friends, this is Gautam. In this video tutorial, I am going to discuss about Introduction to Virtual Local Area Network. So in this video session, we will take a look at VLANs and I will explain what they are and why we need them. Let's see. So this is my example scenario. Consider as a college network setup. So here I am using 6 department: IT, CSE, ECE, EEE, Finance and Security. Okay, so look at the above picture for a minute. We have a many departments and every department has its own switch. So users are grouped physically together and are connected to their corresponding switch. So what do you think of it? Does this looks like a good network design? If you are unsure, let me ask you some questions to think about it. So my first question, what happens when a computer connected to the EEE department switch sends a broadcast like or request? So my second question, what happens when the CSE department switch fails? So from the CSE department get fails. My third question, will our users at the finance department switch have fast network connectivity? And my last question is, how can we implement security in this network? So these are my questions. So the answer is, this is a bad network design. So I will explain you. So if any of our computers sends a broadcast, so what will our switches do? They flood it. So this means that a single broadcast frame will be flooded on this entire network. So here we can see, so EEE department, so PC3 sending a ARP request, so that is a broadcast frame. So switch 4 except receiving port, it will be flooded to all the active port on switch 4. So it will be forwarded to PC4 and switch 1. So switch 1 except this receiving port, it will be flooded to PC1, PC2 and switch 2. So switch 2 will flooded to switch 7, switch 5, switch 3 and switch 5 and 6. So likewise entire network it will be flooded. So that one only I mentioned in this point. And this also happens when a switch has not learned about a certain MAC address. So the frame will be flooded. So here consider like switch receiving a frame. From this frame they have the source MAC address as well as the destination MAC address. So switch check its corresponding MAC address table. So the destination MAC address is not present in the switch MAC address table, means switch will again flooded. So that one we can say unknown unicast frame. So that one only I mentioned in this point. So from my second question, so if our CSE department switch would fail, this means that users from the finance department are isolated from the rest and unable to access other department or the internet. So this applies to other switch as well. So here CSE department switch fail means the finance department is isolated and not able to access internet and not able to communicate with other department, IT department and ECE. And this is same applicable for IT department as well as EC department, because both IT EC are connected towards the CSE department. So that one only I mentioned this point. So everyone has go through CSE department. So even so everyone IT department as well as EC switch go through the CSE department to access the internet. So CSE department switch, so in order to reach the internet, so which means we are sharing bandwidth, probably not a very good idea performance wise. From my last question, so we could implement port security and filter on MAC addresses, but that's not a very secure method since MAC addresses are very easy to spoof. So these are the answers for my question. So these are the poor network design. So virtual local area networks are one way to solve our problems. So this is the diagram. So this is the correct network design. So here I am using 4 switches and 3 department. One is sales department, HR department and engineering department. From this building I am using 4 switch. So this is the main switch, and each and every floor I am using a single switch. So each and every floor corresponding all the departments are connected to the corresponding floor. For example, first floor we have a 3 department. All 3 department PCs are connected to first floor switch. Same like second floor and third floor. So here from the switch we are creating the VLANs. So here 3 departments are there. So first floor, second floor and third floor. All 3 floor switches I am configuring 3 VLAN. Sales VLAN, HR VLAN and engineering VLAN. Engineering department VLAN. So what will happen? So from the sales department, like first floor sales PC and second floor sales PC and third floor sales PC can communicate with each other, but it won't communicate to other VLAN like HR or engineering. So the broadcast and also the broadcast frame also it won't flooded to other VLAN. So whatever the broadcast or request sending from the sales department, it will be flooded within the VLAN only. So that is why it's a very good network design if you are using virtual local area network. So okay, so when you work with the switches, you have to keep in mind there are big difference between the physical and logical topology. So physical is just the way our cables are connected, while logical is how we can set up the things virtually. So in my example, we have 4 switches. I have created 3 VLANs here: HR, engineering and sales. So VLAN is a single broadcast domain. Each and every VLAN is a single broadcast domain. So here 3 VLAN I am creating. So that is a 3 broadcast domain. So VLAN is a virtual LAN. It's like having a switch inside a switch. Okay, these are the advantage of using VLANs. So a VLAN is a single broadcast domain. So which means that if a user in the HR VLAN would send broadcast frame, only users in the same VLAN will receive it. And also users are only able to communicate within the same VLAN unless you use the router. So last advantage is users don't have to be grouped physically together. As you can see, we can see have users in the engineering VLAN sitting on the first, second and third floor. So and also using virtual LAN, it should be the advantage is segmentation and flexibility and easy to troubleshoot also. So from my first scenario, how many broadcast domains are there? So here only one broadcast domain. Here we have 2 broadcast domain. So router to switch, this 6 department comes under one broadcast domain, and router to internet is another broadcast domain. But once you creating a VLAN, so each and every VLAN is an individual broadcast domain. Thank you friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you have any more questions, just leave a comment in the below comment section. I will reply to your queries. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching my video. So subscribe my channel for